7A, consideration of possible approval to repair or replace two air conditioning units in the jail presented by Vance Hill.
Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. We're gonna run my
Not
day.
after this.
Well,
We're gonna run my day.
I'll tell you before it's gonna run your deal, our control panel for the entire jail went down about 1 o'clock this morning, so we got jailers in every hall, can't communicate with the cell. $150,000 deal, I'm guessing, I don't know. IT's working on it. That system's about 13 years old and we paid like $90,000 back then.
For what, the communication system?
Doors, can't control the doors, everything's gotta be manual.
Warranty, like the Alex said, what?
About 13 years old.
So you're thinking the warranty might be expired?
Probably so. Like on these air conditioners.
How long ago their conditioners?
McKinstry, how long ago has that been, 15 years?
It's been that long, but it's been a while. How old the elections office is?
I don't know how much the control board, we're trying to take the hard drive out of the old computer, put it into a new computer, but there's so much age difference. IT's having difficulty with that. And the company's out of Georgia, I believe, that we're having to do this. I'll keep it on. We got two air conditioning units down in the jail. They've been out 2 or 3 weeks ago. In our kitchen, the condenser coils are bad. And on the D wing, the evaporative coils are bad. So and I got estimates to repair each one. And like the cheapest repair for a D wing in the kitchen is $26,000, where the highest repair is $42,000. Because what bothers me about repairing them, opposite things are wrong with each deal. So how long is it gonna be before we're switching the other parts out? You know what I'm saying?
This condenser,
One of them's a condenser, and one of them's evaporative coils.
what, how much is the new one?
To replace them both, the cheapest bid I got is $52,421.
Per or
No,
combined?
52. And the repair from Heart of Texas give me the 52,421, and the repair is 26,165. The next closest bid is probably Black's Plumbing to replace is 56,267, and the repair is 29,770. And I've got them plumb up to $95,000 to
Yeah.
replace. We've got 4 bids. But I recommend that we go with Heart of Texas, that's the cheapest, and I recommend that we just do a full replacement. We're gonna have to turn
On
around.
2 units.
Agreed.
Well, so we got, where we're gonna pay for those?
Before we go,
Okay.
do you have SEER rating on those?
We've got, that's a question I cannot answer.
I think certainly be more efficient than what you have.
More likely than not.
I think there's some rules that they have to meet a certain SEER rating now to be real sell it. Is that correct?
I think so. We should see this thing. I never even thought to look at that, Commissioner.
That's fine, I'm sure it's gotta be better than what we had 15 years ago. So what did you say
I was thinking about which, I will say.
about the cost?
The Heart of Texas is using the Carrier system. That's the brand that they're recommending to install within the next one.
I was asking how, where we're gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
That was my question.
Yeah. Josie, you have any idea where that money would come from?
We have money in contingency, we have money in equipment, we have money in miscellaneous, so.
How much?
Well, miscellaneous has $180,000 in it right now. No idea yet.
That sits in our budget right now?
It's in our budget. It's not allocated to anything specific.
I guess they all have a similar warranty on the replacement units.
I do believe this. 1 year, I think.
So the Carrier, which is a main brand.
Well, here's the deal, if you replace it, if you repair it, you're just looking at another repair in another 12 months.
See,
So
that's what scares me.
I make a motion, we approve the purchase of 2 new ones for the deal.
A motion second. Any other questions? And he's recommending the ones, the carriers from Heart of Texas.
Heart of Texas, and they're the ones that actually currently service our system.
Yes, they
I
are.
mean, they're there at the drop of a hat when we need them. And they give us the lowest bids, either options.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, there's that one. Next item is open bids for annual contracts for road materials, paving, hauling, et cetera, presented by Joel Felton, Commissioner Precinct 2. Should be presented by us, but anyway, Sharon has all the bids. Have y'all want to open one?
Ken, I tried to get them in order, I don't know.
You want to assist us in this? Yes. Okay.
They're kind of in order. This is. This right here,
What Ray used to call the ceremonial line.
this is bulk
Number
hauling,
11.
Yes.
bulk hauling. This is materials or something, and this is paper. They're different things.
They're all supposed to be labeled.
It's supposed to be like, we up and they could put them
That's
together,
not the sharpest knife.
put them on here, or we keep trying to keep them together.
The first item is caliche at $6.50 a yard from Stephen LaQuay. Doesn't say anything about loading. Materials included. It says it's for caliche, $6.50 a yard from Steve LaQuay. I'm gonna put that back with it. And that's not, no delivery included. It doesn't say if they have a way to load it or not.
After closing stuff. After closing stuff.
Load yourself, okay. Second item is from Jared, Diamond P Aggregates. Base material is $10.50 per cubic yard. Oversized rock 2 to 4 inches, $15.75 per cubic yard. Oversized rock 4 to 8 inches, $22 per cubic yard. Caliche is $9 per cubic yard, and sand is $9 per cubic yard.
Who's that?
That's Jeremy Phillips with Diamond P Aggregates. That's the one up in our area there.
Is that just for caliche or bulk hauling, what's that one?
It's gonna be road materials.
Road materials?
The next item is Zach Burkett. TYB or D coal mix, $96 per ton.
Cold mix.
That's coal.
How much?
$96 per ton, and ASPM packaging material, $115 per ton.
Have delivery?
Not on this page, I'm looking at the next page. The next page is for mile hauling. And it is, for precinct 1, $36.60 per ton. For precinct 2, $31.50 per ton. Precinct 3, $35.40 per ton. Precinct 4, $38.40 per ton. That is freight for their material.
Is there, are you still on Zach Burkett
Is that right? Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
or cold mix?
Cold mix.
They got the coal in, and
On.
then they put the freight separate.
I see,
You need this to go with that?
on every.
Is that in that?
Yeah.
I'll put it in this. This is from Vulcan Materials.
I bet they didn't separate it out.
Well, I'm reading through here. So A2 base is $9.95 per ton. 3/8 blend wash of cover stone is $24 per ton. Uvalde LRAT, this is a coal mix. One grade is $76.50 per ton. Uvalde is LRATI, one grade CC plus, $77.50 per ton. Uvalde, this is again coal mix. LRATY2 GRCS1 plus, $78.50 per ton. And LRATI2 GRDS plus is $78.50 a ton. And that's just the material. The black lease asphalt, and that's HMLC, I think that's hot mix, type D, $98.50 a ton. And the black lease, I believe, in Abilene, or out South Abilene, I believe that's correct. Brownwood type B is $91 a ton, and type D is $91 a
It's all
ton.
hot mix.
I don't, that doesn't say hot mix, that may be cold mix. That's from Black Lease, that's Abilene. These are two
It's
Abilene.
all cold mix.
Well, that's a hot mix, I believe it's in hot mix cold lake. I'm not sure if you can listen to. Their haul rates are for precinct 1, 48.30 per ton, for precinct 2, 53.55 per ton, precinct 3, 49.36 per ton for hauling, and precinct 4, $50.40 per ton. It's also subject to a fuel charge. It would reach the 30-gallon fuel charge. Here's their trucking chart.
So this is.
Martin Earthworks paving bid. New paving, 0.5 gallon per square yard per hour, $950. And that's all it says. County to furnish gravel and load on contractor truck, form all sweeping, patching, contractor furnish labor, machinery to apply asphalt and removal and gravel to road. Contractor will furnish truck of sufficient size to receive load of asphalt or emulsion. That was Martin. This is P2 emulsions.
P squared. It's called P squared, but
P
it's.
squared.
Mhm,
Okay, thank you.
mhm.
P squared stabilizer, 268 at the plant, 296 FOB the county, and 290 for tote. P squared S1 is 268 at the plant, 296 at the county, 290 for tote. P squared CWE-2, which is chip seal says, $3.01 at the plant, $3.29 county, and $3.23 in a tote. P squared CWP cold weather patch, $3.10 plant, $3.29 in county, and $3.23 in a tote. P squared ROC, which is road overcoat, is $3.83 at the plant, $3.10 at the county, and $3.05 in the tote. P squared rejuvenator is $2.68 at the plant, $2.96 at the county, and $2.90. This is per gallon, by the way, I believe. I did, in a tow. P Square Prime concentrated, $1.97. Plant, 224, county, and 219 in tow. And P Squared RTU, what is RTU? I don't even know what RTU is. $1.93 at the plant, 220 at the county, and 215 in tow. All these per gallon, minimum delivery 5,000 gallons, over 250 miles subject to additional charge, first 2 hours, free $80 per hour thereafter. Pump charge $80 per truck, push charge $80 per hour. Return load subject to freight, smaller quantities available, subject to a freight difference of 25 cents a gallon, less than 5,000 gallons. So Ride Asphalt, MC 30 is $4 at the refinery. $0.156 outgoing freight for a total of $4.15.6 delivered to the county. MC 300 TR is $3.35 at the plant. .171 for delivery for a total of $3.55, 52.1 cents. Well, we gotta get down to the part of a penny of it delivered. CHS 1H is $2.60 at the plant. 276.8, I'm just gonna go delivered. CRS 2 is $2.60 at the plant. $2.76, whatever delivered. CRS 2P is $2.85 at the plant, $3.08. That sound right?
Yes, sir.
What do you got here?
Third page.
Ergon. AEP is $3.75 a gallon, plant, $3.98 delivered. CRS 2 is $3.10 at the plant, $3.33 a gallon delivered. CSS 1H, $3.40 a gallon at the plant, $3.63 delivered.
You're still on asphalt emulsions, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Those are asphalt.
That's no bids of it.
That was easy to read.
I want to call calling,
Bulk hauling.
I always,
And this is from Diamond P Aggregates, 150 per hour or $8.50 per loaded mile. This is bulk hauling. Also, this is from Bear Down Logistics. You remember with them?
Mhm.
125 per hour.
that May, oh no,
What's the what precinct is in there? 18 cubic yards, 125 per hour. That's in Winter Garden, Florida.
I have no idea
Just
why.
down the road a piece.
oh, yeah.
And that's it.
So nothing from SRA, even though we asked, or SRM, I'm sorry,
That's
the other.
that's the newer plant that went in out west of here.
Yes, we did request a bid from SRM, and of course, you only got one paving bid. So, just pointing that out. We didn't get any others for bulk hauling other than Diamond P and that bear down from
It says, well, company headquarters in Florida, I don't know if that means, but
Well, maybe they're a local.
maybe. I'm not familiar with that name, that doesn't mean.
Never heard of it.
Well, is there a,
Make motion to approve all bids.
all bids, okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any other questions? All in favor, raise your right hand. Be nice to have had more bids, paving especially, but it is what it is. All right, the next item on the agenda, well, that actually was the next item on the agenda, that was C, we did B, then C was the approval. And item D, considers possible approval of purchase of a 2026 Lamar 16-foot dump trailer from Early Trailer Sales presented by David Reed, Commissioner of Precinct 3.
Got a bid here for $17,407.50. That will come out of our fund. Precinct 3. Brand new, gooseneck, not bad.
Was that a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Any other questions? All in favor, raise your right hand. We have bills to pay.
I can see any anomalies.
Larry and I split a repair on a pickup that's we're both using for the jail crew.
He went ahead and split it instead of
Yeah,
paying
she
that.
split it instead of me paying you back. She just split the bill between the two of
I
us.
need to get you a different PO or
Okay.
just
We
need
hadn't signed the one you
I
did.
just need to take half that off.
I got two sets of bills here by accident. Did somebody not get a set? Is there a motion to pay the bills as presented by the auditor?
Make a motion to pay the bills presented by the auditor.
Second.
Any other question? All in favor, raise your right hand. When is the next meeting? It should be on the,
20th.
that works for everybody? 20th is the next regular meeting.
And David, we're probably gonna have to, because I won't be here that day and she won't be here. So it's obviously means 27.
27, okay. No worries.
I just realized on the day.
So we need to.
Well, y'all's regular meeting,
Meet on the 20th.
your regular meeting is on the 20th.
Okay,
And then we'll have a special meeting for
Okay.
27.
What?
We're gonna present the monthly reports.
but the next meeting will be on the 20th.
Yes.
And, I guess with that, we are adjourned.
Motion to adjourn.
Interesting.